What is going on, ladies and gents, man? You guys already know what time. It's your player partner, Mr. Funkadelic Jones. Welcome to the Ghetto Wealthy Show, aka the Ghetto Wealthy Podcast. Back in the building, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe, run that thing up. You feel what I'm saying? Now, got a good show for you guys today, man. I want you guys to just really feel me on this one, man, because what I gotta say, man, is kind of interesting. But I kind of learned this over the weekend and stuff like that. So, for those that don't know, my birthday was Saturday. You know what I mean? I just turned 32, so I'm officially a card-carrying member, to say, back in my day. Because I am. I'm old as hell, right? I officially am on status. I'm proud to own that. But, of course, I can say back in my day, because I was around things that these kids don't know nothing about. You feel me? VCR tapes, CD players, when iPods first came out. Uvu was the original FaceTime, Bebo, MySpace, the Orange Rugrats tape, all that. So, you know what I mean? I feel like I can say back in my day at this point, because, these kids nowadays don't know about them things. So, yeah, we're going to leave it at that. But it's been an interesting 2 days. You know, I just seen my family yesterday, Easter and all that good stuff. We got had family quality time, and that's beautiful and all that good stuff. But something was said between Saturday and Sunday that kind of got me, though. My family is still in survival mode. Don't get me wrong, America. Don't get me wrong. Survival mode can be a dangerous place. Because I was on FaceTime with my aunt and my sister on my birthday on Saturday, right? And, I love my aunt to death, love my sister, but my aunt said something that kind of stuck to me. She was just like, because she was talking to me and my sister, she was like, we taught you guys how to survive. How to survive. Well, like Jay-Z said, 9 to 5 is how you survive. I'm not trying to survive. When you got family who's still stuck in survival mode, you can clearly see that there's never going to be no progression. Now, I may do things a lot different than they do, of course. You know what I mean? I got 2 podcasts. I go out here and drive DoorDash and Instacart. You know what I mean? I got my full-time job. So I hustle different than they do. And people like that who are stuck in survival mode, they only know one way. And they'll never grow out of it. They'll never grow past it. Hell, even you look at Sunday, my grandma said the same thing. Like, one thing I would like to always say is, and I joke with everybody, I'd be like, I'm retired. I'm not retired physically, but I always be like, yeah, I'm retired. She was like, nope. You got 30, you got 33, so I think you got 34, 35 years left. Because they're so comfortable with paycheck to paycheck. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, is this how this like? And again, as a family, this is why we're never going to progress, because of the simple fact that everybody mindset is just work this job till you're 60 or work this job till you're 70. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, that was the blueprint for them. You gotta realize, let me break this down for you real quick. I got something in my eye, but let me break down the blueprint. And in no way, shape, or form, some people gonna agree, some people not, but it is what it is. From their time, you got my grandmother, my parents, my aunts, and then like me, my 2 older sisters, my cousin, and my brother. All us that grew up so you got I guess you could say like the 50s all the way up to the 90s kids. The 50s and 40s up to the 90s kids. The blueprint back then was always go to college, get a job, and work that job until you retire. That was the blueprint for us. You know what I mean? Because by the time I graduated high school, again, it was go to college. It was go to college, get a job, work that job until you retire. Boom. That's it. That was all we was taught growing up. Now, again, like I told people before, college depends on what you go to college for. A lot of college degrees don't hold the same weight as it once did. Because you got to remember, going to college was the blueprint. Nowadays, people looking like, why am I about to go to college? Why am I about to go to college and be millions of dollars in debt when I can go over here and start getting money now? You know? But you look at my little cousins, right? They born in the 2000s. I got a cousin that was born in the early 2010s and stuff like that. You look at it and be like, look how the world has shifted so quickly. See, now these kids nowadays, they don't have to, they not focused on going to college. And you gotta wonder why. They have social media. Social media is the new money maker of the world. It's to the older generation, even my generation too, because some of them still just think like, well, I'm just gonna get a job and that's it. You're supposed to always adapt as time goes on. As a new decade and a new century and all that stuff goes on, you gotta learn to keep up. Because if you decide to just stay in neutral or stay parked right here, you're gonna get left behind. So as the time goes on, you gotta go on, right? That's why I mentioned, I said Uvu. Everybody remember Uvu, which was the original FaceTime. We used to be on Uvu all day, especially on the late night, cracking up. But you look at social media, right? MySpace was the thing for us back in the day. Bebo, cool. After that, here comes Facebook coming out. Everybody went to Facebook. Facebook created Instagram. Everybody went to Instagram. Twitter was popular. Twitter was a thing back in the day when I was in high school. Twitter was out. Then next you know, now it's like TikTok is the new booming Jones. Everybody's on TikTok. It's just like when you look at some of these Instagram creators. They started on Vine. Everybody remember Vine. Vine was out. But then Vine shut down, so they took their product and they went to Instagram. So you kind of see you gotta keep adapting. You gotta keep moving. But with my family, everybody's just, we're stuck in park in the 80s. We're stuck in park in the 80s and the early 90s. Because my aunt will literally tell me, and I love my aunt and my other aunt, but I love my family to death. But the stuff that they say is not relevant to in this generation, in the times that we're in. It's not relevant. You can't sit there and say, when I was 18, I had my own car, my own place. At 18, yes, because that was the 80s. In the early 90s, that's when gas was super cheap. Rent was like $500-$600. Do you know what rent prices look like nowadays? Do you know what these landlords are asking for? Do you not know that these jobs that you working at, they barely pay. And you talking about some at 18. They can't do what you did at 18. This is why I'm saying trying to break generational curse. It's like they want us to follow their footsteps. I'm like, I already see the writing on the wall. I'm like, look, I don't mean no harm. Y'all did a fantastic job raising us, or y'all did the best y'all can. But I can't move the same way you can. I'm not moving the same way you did, where it's like, I'm about to be stuck at a job for 40 something plus years. And that's it. That's all I got to show for, when I know that there's other money opportunities out here. Like, yes, I'm going to have a full-time job to have a secure paycheck or have secure money come in, but that's not going to be the end-all, be-all type of thing, right? The same aunt that always talk about what she had at 18. Mind you, she's unemployed right now. You know, things happen. I get it. But she's been unemployed for like, what, a couple of months? Maybe almost a year now? But here's my thing. Here's my issue with that. I don't care how you want to put it. I know like them jobs aren't glamour, but you better get in your truck and you better sign up for Instacart. You better sign up for DoorDash. You better sign up for Uber. Like, those jobs, yeah, them jobs can hold you over until you find a situation. Hell, some people make them gig jobs work. Hell, I'm going to be real with you. Like, gig work and freelance is probably going to be the new blueprint for jobs moving forward. The traditional clock in, clock out type of, it's going to be around, but it's not going to be it's like the gig work. Not necessarily Uber and DoorDash, stuff like that, but as far as just like taking on projects and stuff like that, that's going to probably be the new motto and format for how people make money moving forward. But for you to not have a job, right, and to say, oh, I'm unemployed at the moment, I'm unemployed. You don't want money. God forbid if something at my job let me go tomorrow. I got DoorDash, Uber Eats, Instacart. Do you not know I will be in them streets the next day, sitting in my car? They be like, "Yo, Funky, what you doing?" Man, I'm out here driving DoorDash. Man, I'm out here picking up groceries. Man, I got in Walmart, Spark, all that. I got all that on my phone. This device right here, mind you, I'm recording straight off my phone. Your phone nowadays is money. You can make money off of your phone. Literally. As I'm sitting right here recording, I'm using my phone. It's like, again, we gotta break these generational curse. We gotta get out there. Like, I'm just sitting there looking. Even my dad said it too. He was just like, yeah, you know me, I'm a broke boy. I was just like, fam, you ain't had a job in almost 6 years. I can't learn from you. Because again, it's not that you can't work, which, you know, I mean, he got some health issues, stuff like that. But even when you was still able to, you didn't want to. You just basically like, oh, I'm done working. Oh well, I'm good. Like, what? Like, huh? Y'all got these houses in the suburbs. Mind you, y'all made it out the hood. Okay, cool. Congratulations. Y'all got these houses in the suburbs and stuff like that, and y'all still yet saying, oh, I'm poor. We poor, man. We poor. We poor. So you went from being poor in the hood to poor in the suburbs? That you living backwards. Like, I don't know. It just concerns me, like, but nah, like, this is my message to y'all, right? Teach generational wealth. Break generational curses. The day that I have kids, I'm going to sit there and be like, look, be better than me. That's why I'm trying to set myself up to be in a good position. So when I have kids, I can be like, look what I do. I don't want you to like, and it's no knock to my parents and nothing like that, or my aunts and uncles and nothing like that. But I don't want you to just be I don't want you to be in park. Like, this is where you're stuck at, and you don't think there's nothing better. No, there's always something better. Like, I get my friends, they look at social media as like, oh, it's so much negativity. Social media is about what you follow. It's what you follow on social media. It has nothing to do. Yes, there's negativity on social media. 100%. I see it every day. But that don't corrupt my whole thought process. I'll be like, dang, that's crazy, and I keep it scrolling. You make social media what it is. If you promote negativity, then yes, it's gonna be negative. But if you just sit back and say, hey, I'm gonna follow some positive, some motivational quotes, or this funny internet comedian, or you follow social media. So I said, I don't know, man, but if you had one of the families where it's just like they got this generational curse where everybody is just like this, you gotta break that. Like my aunts and my sisters, they went to some type of biker event over the weekend. They was like, "No, we should go. Like the hoes gonna be out there and stuff like that." That granted, that's not my scene. I ain't worried about that. But even if I did win, I wouldn't even be able to enjoy myself anyway, because why? I would have to babysit my sister and my aunt. Because why? I seen the video. They came back in my aunt. I was pissy drunk, sleeping on the chair. I had to babysit y'all. That's what I would have to do. My sister said at the table yesterday as well. She was like, she said, in reality, I'm the oldest. Mind you, I'm not the oldest. She said, like, when she said that, she was like, I'm the oldest, not age-wise, mindset-wise. Because they go out there and still do a whole bunch of stupid things, and I'm the one that always got to be the understanding one. The one that try to, like, fix the problem, or the one that's making sure everybody's good. I don't want to necessarily say a father figure, but I'm kind of like all right, y'all, like, what we doing here? Bro, chill. Why you doing that? But to follow behind I'm going to live paycheck to paycheck and get drunk like them, I'm like, I don't care if you drink. Listen, I don't care if you drink, I don't care if you smoke weed. I don't care about none of those things. But if that's what you do every weekend, and then like, hey, oh, Funky, you always working. Yeah. Cause I'm really not trying to be Mr. Paycheck to paycheck. That's why I begin. That's why, like, I might be at that function, but like, I can't stay long. I go and record my podcast. They be like, oh, okay. Like, cause I'm trying to do things different. I'm not trying to be just stuck at this security job for 30, 40 years and that's it. Like, no. Like, I'm trying to be better. But, oh no, man. Break generational curse. Create generational wealth. If you get outside of somebody's scope of how they do things, but they see you doing something different, regardless how they feel, it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about that. But it's your boy Funkadelic Jones, man. I'm out. I'm gone. Peace out.